Welcome to the Global WarWatch Network. Just let that sink in for a moment. Saudi tanks are rolling toward Yemen. UAE-backed forces just seized its oil heart. And the anti-Houthi alliance? Well, it's cracking wide open. What we're seeing right now is an absolutely game-changing moment in the Middle East, where supposed allies are turning into rivals, and the fight is no longer just about the Houthis. Things are moving incredibly fast. So if you want to stay on top of critical developments like this, do us a quick favor and hit that subscribe button. It really helps us keep you informed. So how did we get here? It all kicked off with a lightning-fast military operation, one that completely redrew the map of southern Yemen and exposed a massive rift in the anti-Houthi coalition. I mean, just look at how quickly this all went down. In early December 2025, forces from the UAE-backed Southern Transitional Council, you'll hear them called the STC, launched Operation Promising Future. Within just 2 days, key towns had already fallen. And by December 6th, the Saudi-aligned forces in the area had just withdrawn, essentially handing over control of the entire valley, military bases, and all. Analysts immediately called this what it was, a huge strategic setback for Saudi Arabia. You have to remember, for years Riyadh had invested a ton in these local forces to secure its southern border and keep its influence. And then, in a matter of days, those very allies were just swept aside. Okay, so you might be wondering, why all this fuss over one province? Because Hadramout isn't just any piece of land. It's the economic and strategic heart of Yemen. This really lays out the stakes. First off, Hadramout is massive. It's Yemen's largest governorate. But the real prize? It holds most of the country's oil reserves, including the crucial Masila Basin oil fields. It's also a vital land bridge connecting directly to Saudi Arabia and offers access to key ports on the Arabian Sea. Let's put it simply, controlling Hadramout means controlling Yemen's economic future. And to put a number on it, before this latest turmoil, the region was pumping out around 100,000 barrels of oil a day. That's a huge source of revenue, and you know what that means? A huge source of power. So the crucial point is this. When it comes to the complex negotiations over Yemen's future, whoever holds the territory, especially the territory with all the oil, is holding the strongest cards at the bargaining table. It's as simple as that. And this brings us to the real story behind the offensive. See, this wasn't just a local power grab. It was the moment a quiet rivalry between two Gulf giants, Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates, finally spilled out into the open for everyone to see. The key players making this move are the STC. They're a powerful separatist group, and they are funded, trained, and equipped by the UAE. And their endgame is pretty clear. They want to reestablish an independent South Yemen, just like it was before 1990. And this slide right here perfectly illustrates the fundamental problem. On one hand, Saudi Arabia wants a single, unified Yemen that's friendly to Riyadh. But on the other hand, the UAE, by backing the STC, is actively supporting a plan to split the country in two. They have completely opposing visions for Yemen's future. Because of all this, the fight for Hadramout has become way more than just another battle in the Yemeni war. It's now being seen as an open test of strength, pitting Emirati ambition directly against Saudi strategy. So, how did Riyadh respond to this strategic setback? Well, not by retreating. They doubled down. They sent in the heavy hardware in what was a very calculated move to regain control of the situation. The deployment of those Saudi armored columns really has 3 clear objectives. 1, secure their own border from all the instability. 2, position their forces near the oil fields to put pressure on whoever's in control. And 3, this is the big one, prevent the UAE's proxy, the STC, from becoming the only major power in southern Yemen. It's all about preserving Saudi leverage. All of this raises a massive question for the future of the country. Are we actually witnessing the permanent fragmentation of Yemen, leading to a completely new power balance in the entire region? This is the potential outcome, and it is stark. A Yemen split into two. In the north, you'd have a Houthi-dominated state, aligned with Iran, and in the south, an Emirati-backed state controlling all the valuable coastline and oil. For Saudi Arabia, this scenario is a strategic nightmare, challenging their influence on 2 separate fronts. And that leaves us with a critical question. For years, the anti-Houthi coalition was defined by its allies working together. But now that those allies have become open rivals, competing for land and resources, the entire dynamic has changed. The future of Yemen is more uncertain than ever before. Thanks for joining us for this explainer from the Global WarWatch Network. If you found this analysis valuable, please give it a like and share it with your network. Be sure to subscribe for more updates on developing global conflicts. We also want to hear from you, so share your thoughts in the comment section below and come join our community on social media. All the links for that are right there in the description. We'll see you next time.